All right, we are a go. What's going on, guys? My name is Julian Jung, your host of the Blockchain Brief, where every episode we are interviewing innovators and founders in the blockchain and crypto space. Today, I'm excited to have Remy Carpinito, the founder of Esprezzo. Esprezzo is making it easier for the front-end developer to build data-rich blockchain applications through a programmable middleware and a next-generation blockchain. Now, before we jump in, a couple of quick reminders. Remy, all of our interviews, we try to keep under 7 to 10 minutes, so please be as concise as possible. On top of that, remember to keep things simple and non-technical as well. Layman's terms, please. All right, so a quick disclosure before we begin. This presentation is not constitute an offer to sell securities, and we are not selling securities in any state or jurisdiction in which such offer, solicitation, or sale would be unlawful prior to registration or qualification under the securities laws of any such state or jurisdiction. The ICO that I am describing will only be made by means of separate offering materials, which can be delivered upon request. Now, without further ado, let's please welcome Remy to the show. Remy, good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Julian.
No, of course, man. So really quickly, would you mind introducing yourself, giving a quick background on your founders and what you guys are working on?
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Remy Carpinito. I'm the founder of Esprezzo. Prior to Esprezzo, I founded a company called Campus Tap, which was a mentoring platform for colleges and universities, serving over 60 colleges and universities across the country. With me and myself, beyond that is my co-founder and CTO. His name is Alan Wilhelm. He's been in the crypto and blockchain space for a long time. He's been mining Bitcoin since 2010 and was early developer on Ethereum, kind of pulling some of that initial code down and seeing what he could build upon it. And over the last year or so, we started digging into our own internal projects, and that's pretty much how Esprezzo came about.
Very good. Very good. Awesome. So talk to me a little bit about the problem that you guys are trying to solve, right? And briefly describe how big the market is.
Yeah, I think we're trying to tackle one of the largest problems today. I think that everyone has phenomenal ideas for how the blockchain can be used in different types of applications. However, there's a huge shortage of talent in order to actually build these applications. And the thing we're really trying to focus on is trying to activate this stagnant talent that's out there. What we found is that it's really hard to find a kind of unicorn full stack engineer that has blockchain experience. However, there's a bunch of JavaScript engineers and other languages that people know. And how do we kind of capture those individuals to allow them to build blockchain applications? And we think we can facilitate that through more developer tooling. And that's where we kind of introduced our first part of our ecosystem, which is our middleware platform, which is a library of SDKs and command line tools that allows anyone to code in the language they want, whether it be JavaScript, Python, you name it, as well as a set of APIs that they can describe which data needs to live on or off chain, et cetera. So it's a pretty large market. It's growing every single day. But we're really kind of going after the full stack, but also really the front end developers to help them kind of give them the tooling they need to participate in this next generation of development on the blockchain.
Fantastic. So would you mind walking me through the importance of your token, right? So if I was a developer, if I was a partner, how am I using the platform? How would I be interacting with it? And sort of talk to me a little bit about the tokens as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's a protocol level token. So this token is in a similar implementation to Ethereum or Neo and Gas. You can't actually access or run transactions against our platform or use our mainnet without our tokens. Those tokens power each individual kind of transaction at the lowest level protocol layer. And the more your application scales over time, the more tokens you'll need. It's a pretty simple concept. It's a metering mechanism, but it also prevents things in the future like DDoS attacks. So no one can just randomly ping our system. They would actually need to hold tokens in order to do that.
Got it. Very, very cool, man. And so would you mind kind of giving another comparison of the project, right? So like, what is this similar to with other existing platforms that are out there now, just so that people can kind of get a frame of reference?
Yeah, so the middleware technology is kind of like a Firebase for the blockchain, or a backend in the box, or a database in the box for the blockchain, which makes it easier for the front-end developers to come in and start participating in kind of prototyping. The underlying mainnet, our core blockchain, is a custom blockchain. We were thinking of forking Ethereum after trying to run some of our own internal applications against it. The speed just didn't stand up. So we inevitably ended up starting to develop our own core blockchain, So, you could look at this as a competitor in the future, not right now, but to something like Ethereum or a Hyperledger in those type of projects. But we're really focusing on kind of speed and allowing data-rich applications to live on it through a mechanism or a structure called side chains, where non-pertinent data doesn't necessarily need to live on the blockchain. And that's something we learned very clearly from a lot of the early use cases against Ethereum, i.e. crypto kitties that took down the network pretty quickly. But as you start looking at larger scale applications, you're definitely going to need other ways to store data beyond everything being on the blockchain.
Very good. Awesome, man. So jump into a little bit about your progress, right? So how far along are you guys? Talk a little bit about prototype, partnerships, hires, fundraise, any other milestones that you think might be important for people to hear.
Yeah, for sure. We're a team of 10 here, split between Boston and San Francisco. We're really excited. We've been all on this project for several months now. In terms of where we are, it's an exciting time for us in terms of the development side. We're working on some pretty big releases that are going to be coming in the not so distant future, including our wallet. Our Esprezzo wallet will be launched soon. Our testnet's going to be going up in a few weeks here, which will also introduce our block explorer to show some of the performance and nodes in the network. And then lastly, we're working on a proof of concept that the community will be able to use. And that's going to be a tokenized Quora. So it's going to be a Q&A platform that will inevitably become our developer community. But throughout the token sale process, we will allow people to ask questions and facilitate. And the better the question is, the more you'll be rewarded or tipped. And the best responses will also get tipped as well in tokens. And the nice thing there is what we're trying to prove out is interoperability with Ethereum. So that will actually run against Ethereum, integrate ERC20 tokens, and show some of our middleware components.
Very good. Very good. So from what I understand, you guys are planning an ICO in the future, right? So would love to have a little bit of details on that. I know whatever you can possibly share, but just give us a little bit of details about the upcoming ICO.
Yeah, for sure. So we are targeting 3 core sales: a private sale, a public pre-sale, and a public sale. Those will all happen over the course of the next 3 months. So we're still in early days, but we're definitely going to be releasing a lot more detail very soon. So if you want to follow us, our newsletter or Telegram, you'll definitely be first to know. But we're excited to share those announcements pretty soon.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And now what are you guys planning on doing with the capital that you guys raise?
Yeah, a lot of it's going to go to staffing. One thing we know, we have a solid internal development team, but we need more people, of course. So we're going to start staffing up on the engineering side, also ramping up some marketing efforts as well. We have some great people lined up for some internal and external marketing channels that we look to expand upon, as well as some additional product help. Our head of product has a ton of experience in kind of managing these large-scale projects. It's a good time to get some more designers underneath him to kind of help facilitate the different product lines that we're building.
Very good, Remy. All right. Now, very good. Anything else you would like to share with our viewers before we sign off here?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's an exciting project. We're tackling it from kind of 2 angles. We understand that the current environments to develop in are really challenging. We've gotten a lot of feedback. One thing we're doing is a lot of persona work in the development space. So if you are to follow us, actually, when this goes live, we're going to be conducting a pretty cool survey, developer survey for persona work and so on and so forth. That's going to help shape the product and kind of create the future of Esprezzo. But we're super excited. If you definitely want to follow more on the project and the future token sale, definitely follow us on Telegram or the newsletter, and you'll be the first to know.
Perfect. And where can everyone follow you?
They can follow us. It's Esprezzo app on Twitter. The Telegram, I'll provide you a link that you can tag along here. And then the newsletter is right on our website, esprezzo.io.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Remy, for joining us, and good luck. We really look forward to tracking all of your progress. And thanks again, everyone, for tuning in for another episode of the Blockchain Brief. Remy, good luck with everything. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, take care, man.
All right, bye-bye.